Hello and welcome. Today I'm reviewing this Black Deer record that came out on Peak Oil Records back in 2013. But before I get started with that, I want to give you a quick update on the channel. So you might have noticed that the channel has changed names. The new name is Mamotreco, and the previous name, Oblivion Corner, has now been retired, but you might still see some mentions of it on other videos. Anyways, let's get started. Let's review Black Deer on vinyl. Black Deer is an experimental project by New York-based DJ and producer William Burnett. This Black Deer vinyl predates a handful of other releases on labels like Emotional Response and Lies. The whole release plays at 33 RPM. The sleeve art has a sort of DIY art object feel, and this is further reinforced when you take a look at the insert. The vinyl record itself is stamped on one side, while the other side has a blank label. Okay, let's talk music now. The A-side, which is unmarked I presume, has two tracks which are very much in the vein of other Black Deer releases. Droney guitar squalls and riffs are underpinned by a kick drum that anchors everything in place. This is very much the case in It's Like the Way It Used to Be, the first track that dominates the A-side in terms of scope and length. Rambling Rumble Stone is the second track on the A-side, and it follows the same vibe as the first, but with more synth sounds interplaying with the thick guitars. The B-side, on the other hand, is more varied in terms of composition and style, as well as track length. 1st of September is the first track on what I assume is the B-side. It has a frenetic post-punk energy that is streamlined for the dance floor. As the track builds up, I have to say, in my opinion, that it is definitely riffing on Cavern, Liquid Liquid's dance floor classic. This isn't something that I'm mad about, actually it's a compliment. New Break is actually my favorite track on the release. It starts off low-key post-punk, but then mellows out as the warm analog synth melodies counterpoint the beat. To be fair, this track does have the feel of one of the producer's left-field disco edits that he puts out as Speculator. The next track, Holiday, has some vintage sampler grit, which ties it nicely to Burnett's other project, Willie Burns. While it's just as hypnotic as those tracks, you do get less of a dance floor vibe. And to be honest, this might be the weakest track for me on here. Strike 3, the next track, has a similar feeling to the previous one, but this time it sticks the landing in my opinion. This track actually builds up and goes somewhere. It has a sort of unassuming frozen icicle synth sequence that grows and twists back on itself as you keep listening. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'll put some relevant links in the show notes below so you can hear some of these tracks. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider giving this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribing and leaving a comment if you'd like to see more record reviews. Have a good one.